Hey everybody, today is going to be like a more fun video. I'm kind of politicked out and it hasn't really been good, and I didn't really make my channel to do politics anyway. So I am going to do something somebody said I should do. They said I should show you guys some of the stuff that I do make for my store or whatever. And these are things I had been making for a long time. And they're ornaments made out of old like CDs and DVDs, because I used to burn a lot of stuff. And so it's like a form of recycling, so that's just something. I think maybe every video I'll put something out so you guys can see if anybody wants to help support me. That's a way to do it, because I don't charge a whole lot for stuff. I just like to make stuff because it's fun, and that enables me to keep being able to make stuff, but I have to get rid of stuff. I wanted this video to be more, have like pictures and things, but I haven't figured out how to use my movie maker because I haven't had time, because I'm trying to get things ready for Christmas. I'm not actually doing much for Christmas now. My dinner was canceled. I think we talked about that. My vacation trip was canceled. So I guess just a couple of my friends are going to come over and we're going to have dinner. And I'll probably go to my dad's and drop his presents off, and that'll be Christmas. But I've been making stuff and trying to clean because I'm having a party on Saturday. So it takes a lot of work when you're a borderline hoarder trying to get rid of things. So I decided today to do a video about my favorite Christmas shows and specials, since it is Christmas, and I've watched a few this year, not enough. I had to make a little list so I didn't forget, and I'm sure I probably will forget stuff, and then I'll have to come back later and I'm going to forget something. Okay, let's put it like that. Okay. So here are Christmas specials. If you have not seen, I highly recommend checking them out. This is one I did watch this year. I showed it to Paul. He'd never seen it, and it's really good. Honestly, I didn't watch this as a kid. I didn't see it till I was an adult. I think I checked it out from the library. It's called Emmett Otter's Jug Band Christmas. I was going to number all these. I thought it would be fun, but I don't know. It's hard for me to number these because they're all different. And it's kind of like I always said with the Academy Awards. I know it's bullshit now, but I don't see in some ways how you can just pick one person. The only way that it would work was if you had every actor play the same role that you could judge on who did the best. So it's kind of like this. Like, I love all these for different reasons, but Emmett Otter is a really cute little story about these otters, and it's their father had died, and so the mother is struggling, and they both, the son and the mother, both enter a contest to try to get money to buy the other one something nice for Christmas. And it's really cute. And I think it came out in 1974. Kermit the Frog is in it. He has a little cameo because it is Jim Henson. And it originally came out on HBO back in the 70s. But there's a book about Jim Henson that's really good. I can't remember what it's called. It came out probably 5 or 6 years ago. And they talked in that book about how they actually had to make technology. Oh, hey, we got a friend here. They had to make technology to do the movie. And I believe that the thing they had to do was when Emmett Otter and his mother are on the river, and the way they did it. And it's got a lot of really cute Muppets, and sadly, the Muppets aren't what they were. So there's Emmett Otter, and then another one is The Christmas Toy, and that's also Jim Henson. And what that is about is basically Toy Story ripped a lot of it off. And what it is every year there's a new Christmas toy, and they're like the favorite of the little girl, and the tiger is kind of delusional. He's kind of like Buzz Lightyear. He doesn't understand that he's not going to be the favorite anymore. And so the toys are also not allowed to be seen by people or moving, or they can be seen but they can't be caught moving, or they'll like freeze, which is basically that they died. And his friend is this catnip toy, this little mouse named Mew, and he stinks like catnip. And there's a character, the new toy is called Meteora. She's like Buzz Lightyear too, because she thinks she's like this warrior, because you know Buzz Lightyear thought he was a space ranger. So there's that, and that's, I mean, I love the Toy Story movies, and I do think Pixar rips off things. Like they ripped off, Buddy, get away from there. Sorry about that. Buddy's a pest. Get. They ripped off Inside Out, if any of you guys have ever seen that. It was like this TV show called Inside Herman's Head from the, I think, early 90s, late 80s. I don't remember. It was on when I was a kid. It was on Fox. But if you ever saw that, you know that's where they got the idea. And I mean, you could even say with Toy Story, You could also say the Velveteen Rabbit. We could go back even further, but the Velveteen Rabbit didn't talk or anything, which is also really sad. But so there's the Christmas toy, Jim Henson. There is a version that has Kermit the Frog in that too, not in the version that I had. I think that's out of print now, but I think you can get it like on Amazon Prime. You might even be able to find it on YouTube. So it came out in 1986. Loved it as a kid. It is kind of sad though. A lot of these are not, I don't know what it is with Christmas stories, are kind of, some of them are kind of depressing. Okay, so the other one is the Muppet Family Christmas. Yeah, do you see a pattern here with like the Jim Henson stuff? The Muppet Family Christmas came out in 1985, I believe, and it's where all the Muppets end up going to Fozzie's mother's house, and she was going to go to Hawaii, but I think she gets snowed in. And so she doesn't end up going, she ends up staying with all of them. And what's so great about this is it has like all the Muppets in it. It has, if you like Fraggle Rock, the Fraggles are in it. Sesame Street's in it. You never see this anymore. And I mean, I know they don't really do anything with the Fraggles anymore. I think they had like some CGI doozer show for little kids, but it's not like it was. So that is good. That is really good. And it's, once again, it's out of print too, and I think you can maybe find that on YouTube. I have like an old copy of it, but check that out. It's a lot better than Muppet Christmas Carol. I didn't really care for the Muppet Christmas Carol. I don't know. To me, everything after Jim Henson died just wasn't that great. The newer Muppet movies were okay, but they're not what they were. So there's that, and of course Rudolph. I always loved Rudolph. It's sad. I'm sure most of you guys have probably seen Rudolph. The same people did some of the other shows, like Santa Claus is Coming to Town, and I've never seen that, but it's like the same type of stop motion. So of course Rudolph, I try to watch every year. Here's one that's more obscure, I guess, is the He-Man and She-Ra Christmas special, and I love that as a kid. And these kids crash in their spaceship from Earth, and they end up on Eternia, and Skeletor and Hordak take them, and Skeletor ends up being the good guy in this, surprisingly, but it was kind of fun. But it's really good if you like He-Man or She-Ra. I used to watch it when I was a kid, and I still try to watch it every year too. Haven't so far this year. And another great Christmas show is Pee-wee's Herman's Christmas special. I had somebody tell me they have never seen Pee-wee's Big Adventure. I've met so many people that have never seen that. It just blows my mind, because that's like one of my favorite. That is probably my all-time favorite movie, because it's fun and it's funny, and it's one of those things that always puts you in a good mood. And I think, to me, every scene is perfect. But I'll do a video, maybe just talk about that on its own. That the Pee-wee's Christmas special is really good. It has a lot of cameos by people, like even Cher is in it for like a second. And there's a funny joke where basically everybody gives Pee-wee a fruitcake, and at the end of the episode, he's having a new wing of the playhouse built with fruitcakes, and they're all like really heavy too, like they're like bricks. And he has this long ass list for Santa that he's having Conky make, and it's just like this huge. It's really funny. If you guys like Pee-wee, check it out. It's on YouTube. And I think you can still get that in print. Pee-wee's popular enough, his stuff. For some reason, Jim Henson goes out of print. I don't get it, but check that out. It's a good Christmas special. Of course, the Peanuts Christmas. There's actually more than one Peanuts Christmas. People always like the one, the main one with the Christmas tree. What's the name? God, I'm really bad at this. I should have maybe taken notes, but you guys know the one I'm talking about. The one where Charlie Brown gets that really raggedy little Christmas tree that he puts the one ornament on it. It's root. So that's the one, the better one. And then there's I Want a Dog for Christmas, Charlie Brown, which came out later, and it's cute too. It's not as good as the original, but of course there's Peanuts. And then this one's really, really obscure, is the Cabbage Patch Kids Christmas. It's cartoon. I'm not sure. It came out sometime in the 80s. It's really cute. And it has, because, the Cabbage Patch Kids were kind of orphans that came out of the Cabbage Patch, but they live in this magical land, and they end up going into the city, into Atlanta, and they meet this little girl, and she's an orphan, and it's real sweet. She gets a home at the end, so it's one of those kind of sweet little cartoons. So I guess that's pretty much all my list. Of course, there's National Lampoon. There's ones that people already know about. Gremlins is like probably my favorite movie, Christmas movie, not just special. It's hard to really pick a favorite. And And I know a lot of people like The Christmas Story, and I'm sad to say I've only seen it like once, and I don't really remember it. So I know I should probably try to watch it. And of course, It's a Wonderful Life is wonderful, and Miracle on 34th Street's good. So, but most people already know about those, so my list was like a little bit more obscure. If you want to see a very depressing Christmas special, the Alf Christmas was really, really depressing. Like this guy was going to commit suicide, and Alf had to talk to him, and Alf ends up like in a children's hospital because they're going on like a vacation, and somehow Alf gets put in the wrong. Oh, he gets put in a truck that's going to the toys for the orphans. And this little girl takes Alf and gives her a girl's name and everything. It's cute, but it's sad, and that's why I don't watch it that much. I watched it more when I was a kid, but I was a big fan of Alf. I've still got my talking Alf doll from the 80s. He was always beloved in our family. And other notable TV shows that had good Christmas episodes, the Golden Girls had like one that I watch it every year, where they make each other presents, and the best part was Rose made Dorothy this maple syrup spigot, and she's opening it, and she's like, "Oh, this is a turkey, like a brooch shaped in a turkey's head." And she's like, "Oh, it's a maple syrup spigot." She's like, "Oh, that'll come in handy the next time I'm lost in the woods with nothing but a stack of pancakes." And then, of course, Blanche makes a calendar with all these naked men, the men of Blanche's boudoir. It's really funny. So as far as like my TV shows that I like, that was a good Christmas special. And then Mama's Family. They had two good ones. It had one where Mama was Santa because Vinton gets a cold and he has laryngitis and he can't be Santa at the mall, so Mama has to do it. And that one was funny. And then there's another one where they got a pet goose, which I also like. I might actually watch those today before I go to work. And let's see, Married with Children had a good one where Sam Kinnison's in it, and he comes down and he the family doesn't remember him. It's kind of like It's a Wonderful Life, but with him, and they're all like happy. And like Peg's married to Jefferson before Jefferson was like in the cast regularly. But it's pretty funny because Al was going to commit suicide and he decides not to because the family's happy, and after all the misery that they caused him, that he wanted to live. So it's kind of funny. So those are the Christmas shows that I watched growing up. Well, some of them I didn't watch till I was, older. Like Emmett, Otter, I said I didn't see till I was an adult, but most of those I had already seen or watched as a child. And then there's the Care Bears Nutcracker. That's also a good cartoon. So yeah, I just wanted to kind of share my Christmas shows that I enjoy watching. Hopefully after the new year I'll have more time and I can figure out how to use my movie maker. I just haven't had time. I've been doing so many other things. Part of the thing is I work full time, so I don't always have time to do all these things, and then I try to like make stuff and sell stuff to make extra money, because everybody knows it's not, things get hard, everything's expensive, and I worked 2 jobs for 2 years, and this is the first year that I haven't worked, or I guess it was last September I went back down to 1 job, so I don't always have time. I'm doing other things, trying to get ready for Christmas, but I'm going to make an effort maybe over break, and then I can like put video clips and things in, but then you got to worry about copyright. But anyway, I'm kind of going on. But so anyway, I'll probably do some more videos. I was going to do, somebody had suggested this a while back, that I do one about 2020 being the worst year, and I was thinking why I might do 2 videos, like why it's the worst year, and then why the good things that came out of it. I don't want it to be totally depressing because it's not been a good year for most people. But anyway, thank you guys for watching me, and like I said, if you guys want to support me, you can always buy something. I have cheap stuff too. I have buttons and things like that. They're good for Christmas stocking stuff or whatever. But anyway, thanks for watching me. Bye.